What's going on, guys? Darman 101 here with BikerXJoe's MT-07. In the last video I took of his bike, there's been a lot of changes to it. First of all, the color is different, and he's added quite a few extras since the last year, such as a rad guard. And alright, so he added these auxiliary LED auxiliary lights, which are pretty cool. You can change the colors and give you a little demonstration.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you left it in the house, did you?
Yeah.
But anyway, there's like patterns. You can go like blue, red.
I could look like a cop car.
Pretty much. There's like strobe. It's pretty cool. Plus, he added a new set of LEDs on his rad guard. Now they can change all colors, not just one color. Oh, he has the remote for that. There we go. So that's the only two. Oh, there's two in the rad guard and two in the back. All right, so this video we're gonna show you what else he did. So what he changed here was the handlebars, and this is what the video is going to be mostly about, is how to change the handlebars. This is just a guide. Alright. So what he bought here is a fat bar from Fort 9. It's a 1 1/8 inch diameter bar, and you can see here this is custom made by me. I made this a 3D. I 3D printed this bracket here so we can keep the dash, and I'll show you how all that works and how that fits and stuff, and how all the cables have to be rerouted and stuff. So first things first, the risers he bought are universal. These things are both universal. Like these bars can fit on any bike pretty much. And I'll put the links in the description of what he bought. These are universal. I think the company's called Top Speed risers. So they go from your standard 7/8 inch bar to 1 1/8. So that's why these fit. And so when you buy these risers, your dash here no longer fits in the same place, because usually your dash would go down here, but it can't because of the way this is made. Another way you can do it, where we had it on before I made this bracket, we put these the OEM bar stems right here backwards, and then we can put the dash like in front of the handlebars a little bit, but there was like about a space about that big. Well, not that big, but like maybe like an inch or so away from the holes. So like these bolts, actually the bolts are not here anymore. He bought some other bolts, but the OEM bolts would only go in like maybe a couple threads in, and it wasn't really sufficient. It looked cool, but it wasn't really. It was only a temporary thing. So I'm gonna show you how this bracket works, and then I'm gonna tell you how we went about doing all the rerouting and stuff. All right, here's the dash off the bike, and you can see it's like a little. I made it into a Z pattern because of the cord here. And I made a little notch, a half circle notch, so it can sit and won't pinch any of
this cord for the dash.
Yeah.
Won't pinch that.
Yeah. As you can see, those are the OEM where the dash used to sit, but I had to make this so it can sit on the risers, and so I had to measure it out, like the distance between the top into the OEM, and it actually fits quite well in there. So this is very handy. So if you guys are planning on getting a fat bar with a riser, I'll upload this 3D print on Thingiverse, or you can email me and or send me a message, and I'll give you the file, and you can either print it or I can print it. And yeah, he didn't sand it though when I made it, but he painted it. But it looks pretty good.
I sanded it, but it's just the texture was hard to get rid of.
Well, it is PLA, so. But yeah, I'm gonna install this back on, and then I'll talk about how we did all the installation of everything else. Alright guys, so if you wanna upgrade to a fat bar system, you gotta notice it is raised up about an inch or so. So mostly everything has to be rerouted differently on the bike. Originally, everything is routed about in front of the forks, then up. Same with this side. You can't do that because it won't fit or it won't reach, and it'll put a lot of pressure on your everything. So your throttle cable, your brake lines, your clutch, almost everything has to be rerouted behind the forks. I rerouted the clutch actually through way in here, like this, because it will not reach going around the forks. Same with throttle cable, has to go in behind the forks, and your brake line. And it just fit, and it was just enough room so you don't have to add any extensions or anything. So you don't have to buy any other parts. But you do have to reroute everything, unfortunately. And that's pretty much it on installing the bars. It's actually quite simple. Also, when you install everything on the bike, we did not drill any holes in the handlebars. All we did was shave down the little dimples like inside of here. There's little dimples. So on the OEM bar, I'll show you. Where's the bar? Right here. See, there's little holes here that those little dimples go in, but we chose to not drill any holes.
They haven't moved at all.
And they haven't moved. There is little bits of electrical tape in there, right?
Yeah, we did put a little bit of electrical tape.
Yeah, so the electrical tape and tightening it up doesn't make it move. So that's pretty good. Everything's held up. Nothing's been pinched or anything. It may look like it will pinch stuff, but it doesn't. Some things are like zip tied to keep it nice and clean. He added some heated grips. And he's going to buy some new levers. And what else are you buying this for? Other mods you're going to get for this?
AirPod filters.
Oh, yes.
Get rid of the stock air box.
Right.
I have to get a flash tuner kit for it too.
Yeah.
It's not even tuned yet, so
yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yep. And he has the Black Widow exhaust on there, which sounds so super mean. Why don't you give it a start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super loud in the garage, but it is super loud outside too.
Yeah.
Sounds like a big cruiser going down the road.
Yeah.
There's an LED in there, so he sees pretty good at nighttime. But yeah, that's how you install a fat bar on a 2019 MT-07. And how does it feel riding it?
Feels like a dirt bike.
Feels like a dirt bike.
Yeah.
So
I could cruise for hours and I'll be comfortable.
That's good. So a lot more comfortable than the OEM.
Yeah,
right?
And for people that like to do wheelies, it's a lot easier to do wheelies.
Yeah.
Too. It's a lot more comfortable for that too.
Nice. Yeah, so it's not so stock MT-07 now. But it does look cool. We'll go around here and show you the front. They look a lot higher than OEM. But yeah, it was a fun install.
Here's the stock ones.
Yeah, way different.
Yeah.
Not as high.
And it was down here
Yeah.
before, so
Yeah.
it's quite a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, so your dash is a little bit higher. When we had it the other way around, the dash actually sat like almost right on your tank, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't. It was pressed against the tank, so I had to
Yeah.
rise it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's only like a $130 upgrade with the risers and the handlebars. The handlebar costs the most. And then, but I'm really surprised they don't make, I don't know if they do make a bracket for this though when they upgrade. Have you checked? No?
Well, they have made some brackets that come here, but then it looks silly with the dash sitting up here.
Yeah, it'd be really weird. The dash sitting all the way up here.
Like it does sit about up here, but it just looks so bulky and just not right.
So with the bracket I made, it actually looks more stock.
Yeah, it sits above the handlebars like the stock one should be.
So, so guys, if you do this, and if you don't want that this big bulky, look to it, just give me a shout, and I can either make one or send you guys one, or you guys can get somebody to print it out for you. But yeah, and I'll show you on my computer how I designed it. And alright guys, this is the design I made for the MT-07. I designed it in 3D Builder. It's a free Windows app. It's fairly easy to design, even with limited things I can do with 3D Builder. It took about an hour to design, and it took about 50 minutes to print at 100% infill. So it's stays very sturdy, and yeah, it was pretty cool to make, and didn't use a lot of material. It's 3 millimeters thick.